because I don't want you to experience this type of situation. We're supposed to be kind because we're Japanese. Cheers, bro. Cheers. Whiskey soda again. Yo. So today, well, I'm gonna be talking about no foreigners are allowed type of restaurants in Japan. I'm gonna be talking about it today. It's gonna be an interesting topic. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a few restaurants like this in Japan. Even, in downtown Tokyo, you can find it. Yeah. So I'm gonna be talking about the reason why they don't allow foreigners, right? Okay, let's get freaking started. Yo. So first of all, the reason, number one reason that I think is that many restaurant or bar employees do not speak English at all or any other language at all. You know what I'm saying? Like Spanish, French, Italian, any other language. So for them, it doesn't matter how good you look or how good your personality is. You know what I'm saying? For them, it doesn't matter. Once they understand that, oh, you're from different country, they start rejecting you. They start saying like, no, 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 right? If you've experienced like that, if you've experienced in that situation, sorry for that. Well, for better or worse, the average Japanese prefers the serenity of daily life and the lack of change. So, few people dive into a world they don't understand or a world they don't know. So they've got very different values from those who have been exposed to Western culture and people at a young age. Yeah, but don't worry, don't worry. You're not the only one being turned down, alright? Never mind. They're just childish. I mean, the employees, they are childish, okay? So don't worry. You're not the only one. Yeah, so to be honest, restaurants like these are not worth going to. Yeah, to tell you about my experience, my personal experience. Okay, one time I was having a drink in downtown Tokyo when a group of foreigners opened the door to the restaurant. Then the female master, or should I say female owner, who had been talking calmly with me, changed her mind suddenly. And she said like, no, no English, no English. She raised her voice. She started shouting in a way and then made a big X in front of her face. Man, I was like, you know, bro, to be honest, I was freaking surprised at the change and thought like, bro, you don't have to say that much because they just opened the door. You know what I'm saying? If they were, on a rampage, I could understand being tough on them, being tough on the foreigners. But they were just calm and polite. They seemed polite for me, and they didn't get mad at the owner for how she handled them. So, okay, let me put it this way. They seemed more mature to me. All right, so the second reason, okay? Here comes second reason, bro. The second reason is that, well, because I think the second reason is the owner or employees, they don't want to see or admit to themselves that they don't speak English. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why I said that, right? So I think they understand the needs, the need for English, the need for English as well. Seeing the large number of tourists in Japan these days, yeah, they do understand it. Yeah, okay, so the problem here is that they just don't know how to communicate with Westerners or people who speak English, or how to study it, how to learn it, or they are often obsessed with the idea that it's too late to do it now, or it's too late to learn English because we're 50s, 60s. Yeah, in fact, it's super common to have this type of mindset in Japan. The idea is, you know, what's the word? The idea is prevalent among many Japanese, in a bad way, of course. That's why I started English. I started taking English seriously after I've turned 30. Yeah, I just stopped making excuses because I don't like this kind of thinking. Unfortunately, I don't like it at all, bro. So being Japanese is tough sometimes for me. Yeah. I don't like the thinking that majority have, you know. And the last reason is that they don't want to get into trouble with them when they pay for it, when the Westerner pay the bill, because the Japanese owners or employees, they don't understand what they are saying in English. It seems tough for them to communicate with them, and they tend to avoid taking that risk. So for me, I think the whole reason, stems from not being able to speak English or not being able to understand English. I wish the people involved were happy about it, happy about that, but it doesn't look that way. It just seems to me that both the person refusing and the person being refused are under a lot of stress, a lot of frustration. Yeah, so as a result, I don't know what they should do, man. Do you have any ideas? What do you think they should do? Tell me. Tell me, please. Because I don't want you to experience this type of situation because it's ridiculous. We're supposed to be kind because we're Japanese. You know, if I'd work in restaurants or bars, these crazy problems would go away immediately, of course, because I can work as an employee or as a translator, bro. Simultaneously, bro. Yeah. Anyways, just drink whiskey soda or beer. Watch this freaking awesome video with the beer. Yeah. come by. I love you, baby. Cheers.